Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. The holidays are approaching, so I decided to make a delicious dressing. It came out very moist, very flavorful. Alright guys, so let's get started. So right here, I'm just going to cut up and then dice up these orange and yellow bell peppers. Eventually, I had to come back and do a green bell pepper because I didn't have it in the pack with the orange and the yellow bell peppers. So right here, I have cut them up. So I'm just gonna give them a little dice because in your dressing, you don't want big chunks of peppers or onions or celery. Whatever's in there, like these, you want it in small bite size. So I'm just gonna put my veggies into the bowl. So right here I have the poultry blend with some rosemary, sage, and some thyme. I will be using some of that when I boil that smoked turkey leg. So my celery came in a different pack, a little small pack. So I'm just gonna cut up some of the celery and I'm gonna dice this up really fine. Then I'm gonna put it into the bowl with my onions and bell peppers. And guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I really would appreciate if you subscribe because I have lots of great recipes on the way. Also, I hope everyone out there is doing great. So now I'm going to start with the star of the show is my smoked turkey leg. This is what I'm going to season up my dressing with. So I have that in a pot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this pot with cold water and I'm going to put it on the stove and I'm going to let it come to a boil. Then I'm going to let it simmer. And this took a couple of hours because it is smoked, so it takes longer. So right here I had 2 packs of this cornbread mix in my cabinet. I got it on sale last month for about 25 cents a pack. So I'm going to use those for my cornbread. So I'm going to crack 2 eggs. Then I'm going to add some vegetable oil, maybe a couple of tablespoons. And I'm going to add some milk to this, and I'm just going to mix this well. I'm going to bake this cornbread on 375 degrees. I usually let my cornbread get really brown, but this one, it didn't have to get really brown because I just wanted to bake it up and have it for the dressing. So I'm just going to mix that really good. Now I'm going to get my baking pan. You can spray your pan, put some butter in it, but I'm going to put a little bit of oil. With clean hands, I'm just going to make sure my pan is greased well. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you all are getting all of your supplies together, all of your food together, because normally this is a very busy time of year and you don't want to keep running back and forth to the store. I remember those days, guys. It can get kind of hectic at times. All right, so I have my cornbread in the pan. So I'm going to put that into the oven and let it bake. So I went back and I cut up some green bell peppers. So I'm going to add that to my bowl. So now we're going to check on that smoked turkey leg. This little stuff that came up to the top, I call it smudge. I'm just going to skim that off. And I did add a couple stalks of celery, and I added some of that poultry blend to this pot. And I did add some black pepper. I didn't add any salt because of the salt in the smoked turkey. So here's my cornbread, guys. It's out of the oven. I did let it cool. So here you can see where I added some of that poultry blend pack to this. And I just let this cook. Now I'm going to slice this cornbread up, and I'm just gonna break it up because this is what I will be using in the dressing. It's not the best cornbread, but it works. All right, and I'm going to be using that stuffing mix in the dressing. I added some complete to the turkey. All right, so back with this turkey leg, I did let it cook really good. And as you can see, it's breaking apart. That's what I wanted. So I just let it cool completely. And that's what I'll be using. So right here, I put 1 stick of butter into my frying pan with this thyme. And don't put the thyme in there unless you chop it up, take it off of that stem, because I did end up taking that out of the dressing. If you want to use it, make sure it's chopped really fine. So I'm going to let my veggies saute until they are soft. All right, I'm going to add some minced garlic to this. And just let that simmer for a few minutes. But yeah, guys, this came out really, really good. And I hope you get to try this recipe. All right, so here are my seasonings for the dressing. So right here, as you can see, my cornbread, I did crumble it up really, really fine. And again, here are the ingredients that I will be using. So now I'm going to pour all of my veggies into this bowl. Here is my turkey leg. I strained that juice off of the turkey. Here is that turkey broth. Well, juice turkey broth. So I did strain that off. I'm going to add 1 can of this cream of chicken. You can use cream of mushroom, cream of celery, whatever flavor that you like. I wanted to use the cream of celery, but they didn't have it at the store where I was at, so I did get the cream of chicken. So if you are looking, you can see those big pieces of thyme. I'm going to take as much of it out as I can. I did that off camera. So I'm going to season this well. I added some salt, some garlic powder. I'm going to add some onion powder. Add your favorite seasoning, guys. I'm going to add some complete. I wanted the poultry season, but I only had sage, so that worked really well. But if you have poultry seasoning, use that because it has other herbs in it. So I have everything mixed. So I didn't use all of the cornbread. I used a little over half. And then I used over half of the stuffing mix. I didn't use it all. So I did have a carton of chicken broth just in case I needed more liquid, but I didn't have to use that. This was enough. That turkey broth right there was just fine. It worked out. So here I am mixing it up. You want your dressing to be really moist. You don't want it to be dry. That stick of butter that I used to let the veggies saute in, all of that butter is in here. Make sure you taste your dressing before you put it into your baking pan. So I'm adding that turkey meat. I just tore it off the leg. I'm adding that to it. And you will need black pepper in your dressing. Don't forget about the black pepper, guys. It really brings a lot of flavor when you're making dressing. It really does. I'm going to be baking this dressing on 375 degrees. I let this bake for about 45 minutes. And guys, this was really, really good. I did plates that day and everybody said everything was good. They really enjoyed that dressing. And plus, I wanted to do a video for you all before Thanksgiving. So, I buttered my baking dish. So now I'm going to add dressing to this. And in this baking dish, I didn't add all of the dressing. I ended up putting the rest of it into a Ziploc freezer bag and put it in the freezer. Then I can use that along with the other mixture for Thanksgiving. So this was a win-win, guys. It really was. All right, so I just smoothed my dressing out and I wipe my dish down. And there's a little bit of turkey in there. If you don't want to do turkey, you can do chicken. It's up to you. All right, so here are the baking instructions. And here it is, guys. This dressing came out very, very good. Very moist, very tasty. Make sure you season your dressing mix well. So delicious. I really hope you get to try this recipe, guys. It was really, really tasty. And here are some of the plates that I did on Friday. It was really, really good, guys. Really good. I had a little bit left, but I ate the rest of it. It was breakfast on Saturday. So, guys, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video, guys.